Hi, gorgeous. It's so lovely to be with you. And today I'm bringing you through the messages for the 25th of August all the way through until the 1st of September. So I'm using the beautiful guardian angel messages. And this is because at the workshop that I'm doing this week, at the end of this week on Friday online, we're going to be working with the guardian angels. Who is your guardian angel? And we're also going to I'm going to teach you how to work with a pendulum to communicate with angels for answers. And we're going to combine that with a single card reading. So guardian angels it is this week. And these are one of my favorite decks of cards. The energy is really moving into a beautiful place right now. And whilst you might be feeling the bumpy waves, even though Mercury retrograde went direct, I was joking that I somehow got the Mercury retrograde after it finished because my washing machine, my dishwasher, all these things started to happen, but they're all fixed. And I always say when things are bumpy, I say I look forward to the blessings that come from this, because there is always a blessing. There's always something that you needed from even the most difficult situation. So there's a little tip for you that the angels taught me. All right. So we're asking the angels, what guidance do you have for everybody, my beautiful followers and subscribers this week? And give me a shout out if you're on my mailing list, if you get my newsletter, because you get this direct to your inbox. 4 cards, they tell me. Okay. So this is beautiful. Okay, so exactly what I just said. The energy for this week, you're going to feel a sense of moving forward. This is the wheel. And look at this glorious ring of angels. I'm getting a sense of hundreds and thousands of many more angels coming in for us right now. So open your heart, open your doors, open your arms and welcome them. If you could use a little bit more angel energy in your life, call on it, ask for it, because they really need you to ask. Your requests, allow them to bypass your free will, right? Because your free will has to be obeyed by the angels. So unless you ask, they can't really intervene unless it's life and death before your time. So I spoke about that in my newsletter last week, where I talked about the angels saving me from a car accident all those years ago. So here the angels are saying that things are starting to move in your favor. You can expect what you might think is good luck, but it's actually abundant rewards coming from the angels. They've heard your prayers. They know what you want. They know what you've been asking for, praying for, whether it's healing or greater abundance or to start something new. They are there for you. They're surrounding you and they're working with you to bring about these blessings. They're saying that you're on the right track, but could you please let us help you more? So remember what I said about open your heart, open your arms, invite them in, stand, go somewhere like your bathroom if you're embarrassed. Open your arms and say, I welcome the gifts and blessings of my angels. I invite you in. And that opens up your heart chakra. So you can expect positive changes this week. Things that have felt stuck or delayed, held back, weirdly blocked in the last 2 or 3 months are going to start to move forward. And not only that, you can expect that perhaps you might even get some insights as to what was blocking you. Aha moments, somebody revealing the truth. That's been happening a lot in the last week and a half, where you suddenly go, oh my goodness, that was the problem. It was a broken link, or this situation was getting in my way, or this person wasn't being honest with me. What was it? It'll show itself to you now. You're able to see it. And especially if you've been asking, again, free will, right? You're open to receive. You're open to seeing it. All right. So I asked the angels, what is the block? And look at this glorious little card that came out. So we've got this figure dragging the sword behind them, and the angel is coming in the background. So you might be feeling alone. You might be feeling like, I'm waiting for guidance. What am I supposed to do? The angels are talking to me about fear of failure. So if you've had disappointments in the past, if you feel like you failed at something, you didn't. You just learnt an important lesson. And not a slap on the wrist lesson. something you needed to know that you didn't know before. That's it. And so use that as fuel to move forward rather than letting it become a burden that holds you back. Sometimes we carry other people's fears, other people's limitations, other people's disappointments and fear of failure in our energy. So if that's you, imagine it's like a big heavy backpack and you can take it off and drop it and the angels will take it for you, and it just carries all of that negativity, the pain, learned helplessness, powerlessness, fear, negative opinions of others, all that junk that you just don't need because you have what it takes inside of you to move forward. So sometimes we need to make little adjustments to our path, and that could be snipping through a cord. It can be dropping that backpack. It can be clearing your mind, just little things that you can do to make things better. But don't feel that you're fundamentally wrong. Do you get that sometimes? That sometimes you're spending so much time looking for the problem, looking for the block, what's wrong, what am I doing wrong, that you forget to think, what if I'm actually okay? What if I'm right? What if I'm on the right path? What if I'm doing really great? Cup half full, cup half empty. Yeah, which one are you? Sometimes when it comes to everyone else, we're cheering them on. And when it comes to us, we're not cheering ourselves on. So you need to make some little adjustments this week. It's going to turn your frown upside down. It's going to help you hold your head up high and feel lighter to move forward. So what do you need to adjust? Tell me in the comments. What are you noticing that the angels love to teach? You probably noticed this with my readings, is that I'm not just giving you a reading. I'm telling you how to connect with the angels. I'm telling you how to overcome the bumps. So if you knew what are the things that you need to adjust physically, emotionally, mentally, energetically in your world that is making you feel heavy, down, or not good enough, what could you do to adjust? Maybe you need to start doing a gratitude practice, affirmations. What is it? All right. So then I asked for the guidance, and the guidance that we got is this gorgeous card, the Three of Fire. I love this card when it comes up. It shows a ship heading for shore. It's got three beautiful pillars. The words are goals, expansion, and vision. And the ship is actually radiating light. So it's like, imagine a ship filled with cargo and being driven by angels. Is that what you call it? Driven, steered by angels. Tell me what the word is. And they're bringing the blessings that you've been asked for. But what you needed to adjust was your vision. You needed to just be able to visualize it, to see it, to be clear and specific about what you want. You've got to bring your vision and your goals into clear focus. Sometimes we can do this because we're not really clear on what we're trying to achieve. So can you get clear on what you're trying to achieve? Because it looks like your ship is about to come in. And it's coming in on calm waters. And it looks like it's bringing at least three blessings. The angels are delivering something to you. So what do we need to know as an outcome for the week? I really love this. And the angels are telling me, no, there's a second card. All right. So we're going to start with this one. This is the Page of Fire. We have the feather at our solar plexus, holding on to your power, your spiritual power, which is your faith in the divine, your trust in the divine, allowing the signs to come and trusting in them, believing in them, handing over the burdens, the worries, the fears to your angels. Why do you need to carry all of that with you? Give it over and trust. What would that be like? Creative, enthusiastic, motivated. So it feels like, again, you're being given a gift, and it's about letting yourself receive it and staying in a strong stream of motivation. What do you need to do to stay in that high vibrational level? And I also love this strength. Whenever you're trying to achieve something, whenever we're walking through dark times, hard times, we have to call on our strength, because it's too easy to listen to our ego and to just let ourselves go down the plug hole. So what do you need to do to feed your strength, your courage, your perseverance, your motivation, your creativity, rather than drain and dissipate it all away. Goodness knows there's enough distractions, there's enough negativity that we could blame that and say, okay, I'm just going to let that flood me. But the angels are really giving you a clear sign this week. They're really speaking to you about not letting the negative energy get you down, to take responsibility for your energy. Somebody said to me this week that we're spiritual warriors and that we have to anchor into and get grounded into our gifts and sharpen those gifts. And I thought that was just so beautifully said. Thank you, Amy, because it's true. We have been given the tools. We are being given them. And it's up to us to use them, right? The angels can't do that part for us. And so you have natural gifts. You're intuitive. You're a healer. You are creative. You have special things that you've learned this lifetime and that you've brought with you. Now is the time to use them. And you might say, well, the world is a crazy place. It's full of negativity. There's these people shouting this and there's that, this is wrong and that is wrong. There's never been a time in history where we've gone, oh, everything's peaceful and fine. We're going to be okay. This is intense, but this is the time that you are given your tools to use for, if you like. You need to be using the strength, the courage, the leaning on your angels, the energy protection, now more than ever. This is what they were for now. And not to let the darkness overwhelm you, to convince you that there is something wrong with you, that you should give up at all. So call on your strength, call on your spiritual knowing, because we can look at the world as it is through the material sense and go, okay, there's this over here and that over there. But what if we looked at it from a spiritual perspective? When I started going to spiritual classes in the 90s and the early 2000s, we were being taught back then about this time now, that there would be a time where corruption and, structures that are only based on greed and egoic power would start to fall and crumble, patriarchy. And that this time is when the divine feminine starts to rise. That's not just women, the divine feminine is in all of us. And we're moving from the consciousness of the lower vibration, our vibrational aspects of solar plexus, which is ego, control, power, greed. And we're moving to higher consciousness, unity, heart chakra, and the upper chakras, unity, connection, sharing, manifesting abundance rather than hoarding abundance, and rather than separation, connection, and unity. So we're rising to these, remembering our true gifts, who we really are, and moving away from the obsession and the full focus on the material world. It's how, we're never happy and healthy when we only have one focus. We've got to remember that we're spiritual beings having a physical experience. And if we don't honor both sides of that, we become seriously off balance. And that's what's going on now. We're seeing that. And those structures, those people that keep that energy of solar plexus ego in control, they're feeling that they're losing that grip and they're acting out. They're having tantrums. They're trying to maintain control. So whilst it's very scary on the material, there's something very important happening on the spiritual. And on the spiritual level, we're getting the messages, we're getting the support from the spiritual beings that surround us, our angels, our guides, and other beings that are supporting us as we move through this time. So don't be afraid, but you have to call on your inner strength. You have to meditate, connect with your angels, hone your gifts, learn and develop your intuition and your psychic abilities, learn to protect your energy. Start to focus on your own heart, third eye, and clearing out the toxic effects of your shadow side so that you can succeed and thrive while all of this is going on. So this gives us hope. It's the 11 and the infinity number. And courage, strength, Archangel Ariel, and the guardian angel there saying, stand strong, you're protected, we're with you. All right, I'm Rachel Scoltock, Angel Medium. If you would like to join me this week to learn how to work with the crystal pendulum, to bring through messages from your angels, and we'll also together bring a deck of angel cards if you have them, and we'll do an angel card reading, just a single card. We're not going to go too in depth. It's a 2-hour workshop. And I'm going to guide you through a meditation to connect with your angelic guide, the one that helps you with developing your gifts, your intuition, your healing abilities, so that you can receive a message from that angel and you can learn something about your spiritual path at the moment, where you're at, what you're meant to be learning, what your particular next step guidance is personally. So if you'd like to join me for that, the link will be in the caption or the comments, or you can reach out to me and I'll send it to you. Excited for this class. I really love teaching this. It's on Zoom, and if you can't make it live, there is a replay. I've also got my free guided angel ritual that you can grab. I'll put the link for that there too. And if you do want a private reading with me, you can book one. Let me know or check out the link, and I will certainly book you in. I'll send you the links. All right. Lots of love and angel blessings. Have a beautiful week ahead, and happy September. Building up to the next solstice.